Welcome back to my channel, Techno Trend Zone. The digital ether is once again buzzing with whispers and speculation, a familiar hum in the world of camera enthusiasts. For months, the rumored Canon EOS R7 Mark II has been the subject of a relentless cycle of information, with the same potential specifications being passed around the community, like a well-worn memory card. It's been a frustrating loop of rehashed data, often leaving us with more questions than answers. However, the narrative has taken a sharp, intriguing turn. A recent development, a subtle but significant clue, has emerged from the noise, suggesting that the wait for the next-generation flagship APS-C camera from Canon might be coming to an end much sooner than we thought. This isn't just another rehash. This is about connecting the dots. We're going to dive deep into what this new information means, meticulously deconstruct the rumored specifications, and explore what the Canon R7 II needs to be to dominate the FR market in 2025 and beyond. The frustration among photographers and videographers has been palpable. Reports on the Canon R7 II and its potential vlogging-centric sibling, the R7V, have been wildly inconsistent. Depending on the source, the leaked specs have been slightly altered, completely different, or simply regurgitated with the same lack of concrete evidence. This chaotic flow of information almost led me to dismiss the latest round of rumors entirely. After all, how many times can we get excited about the same bullet points on a hypothetical spec sheet? The breakthrough, however, isn't in the what, but the who. The source of the latest information has shifted the conversation from pure speculation to credible probability. A major, reputable rumor outlet recently reported receiving information not from an anonymous source or a factory whisper, but from a known retailer. This is the critical detail, the piece of the puzzle that changes the entire picture. In the intricate dance of a new product launch, retailers are among the last to be briefed, but their inclusion signals that the gears of the marketing and distribution machine are officially turning. Once retailers are receiving information, even under strict embargo, it typically means an official announcement is no longer a distant dream on a roadmap, but an imminent event on the calendar. This single fact lends significant weight to the idea of a summer 2025 launch, potentially as early as July. This timeline isn't without precedent. The long-held tradition of camera companies avoiding major summer announcements has been shattered in recent years. The industry has evolved, and summer has become a hotbed for significant product reveals. We saw major announcements from Canon last summer, proving they are more than willing to capture the market's attention during this period. The original Canon EOS R7 and R10 themselves were announced in late spring, bordering on summer. Therefore, the prospect of an R7 Mark II announcement, while many of us are planning our holiday trips, is not just possible, it's increasingly likely. For those of us dedicated to providing the latest news, it means our camera bags and our laptops are always packed and ready. Whether we're in the office or, as has happened to me before, live streaming a breaking announcement from a remote beach with a spotty cellular connection. Let's move beyond the timing and into the tantalizing hardware itself. What will the successor to the already beloved R7 need to bring to the table to be considered a worthy upgrade and a true flagship APS-C camera? The rumored specifications, if they materialize, paint a picture of a camera that isn't just an iteration, but a revolution for the crop sensor market. At the heart of any modern camera is its processor, and the rumors suggest a significant leap forward. The term digic accelerator has been floated, which sounds like Canon's direct answer to Sony's dedicated AI processing unit found in their latest models, like the A7RV and A6700. This isn't just about faster menu navigation. It's about a fundamental shift in how the camera understands the world. A dedicated AI chip would enable next-generation, deep learning autofocus capabilities. Imagine a camera that can identify a bird's eye with unwavering precision, even when it's partially obscured by branches. Picture an autofocus system that can distinguish between a race car, a motorcycle, and a rally car, locking on with tenacious accuracy. This is the promise of advanced AI. It would mean more reliable subject detection, more intelligent tracking, and a higher keeper rate for photographers in the demanding fields of wildlife, birding, and sports photography. This is arguably the most crucial upgrade needed to keep Canon at the top of the food chain. While the original R7's 32.5 megapixel sensor is no slouch, The R7 Mark II is expected to feature a completely new sensor. The true innovation, however, may not be in the megapixel count, but in the underlying technology. The most sought-after upgrade would be the implementation of a stacked BSI sensor. A stacked architecture, as seen in competitors like the Fujifilm X-H2S and the full-frame Nikon Z8, provides incredibly fast readout speeds. This technological leap is the key that unlocks several other game-changing features. Faster readout speeds are the primary weapon in the war against rolling shutter. For the hybrid shooter, this is monumental. It would mean the ability to use the electronic shutter for completely silent shooting, an absolute necessity for skittish wildlife or quiet events, without the distracting jello effect that can warp fast-moving subjects. It allows photographers to capture the peak of the action without distortion, and videographers to execute smooth pans without skewed vertical lines. This single feature would elevate the R7 Mark II from a great camera to an indispensable professional tool. On the video front, the rumors are bold. One of the most talked about specs is the potential inclusion of Canon Log 2. This is a feature typically reserved for Canon's high-end Cinema EOS line. C-Log 2 is revered for its ability to capture immense dynamic range, providing maximum flexibility for color grading and post-production. However, there's a reason for skepticism. C-Log 2 traditionally requires a sensor capable of delivering 15 or more stops of dynamic range, a monumental challenge for an APS-C sensor. This is a point of passion for many potential users. For a camera to be branded a flagship, it must handle data like one. The dual UHS-2 SD card slots of the original R7 are good, but they are a bottleneck for a camera with the speed and power promised by the R7 Mark II. Shooting at 30 or 40 frames per second, or recording high bitrate 4K video, generates a massive amount of data. A slow buffer, limited by the speed of SD cards, can mean missing the shot of a lifetime. The inclusion of at least one CF Express Type B card slot is not a luxury, it's a necessity. CF Express cards offer exponentially faster write speeds, allowing the camera's buffer to clear almost instantaneously. This means photographers can keep shooting for longer bursts, and videographers can reliably record in the most demanding codecs without fear of the camera stuttering. This is a professional feature for a camera aimed at serious enthusiasts and working pros, and its inclusion would be a clear statement of intent from Canon. The R7 Mark II, with its potential for silent shooting and lightning-fast pre-shooting, burst modes will make it easier than ever to capture those fleeting moments when the wildlife is close, the light is perfect, and the action unfolds.